What's going on, internet? Um, I am the Masked Man. Um, um, and today I want to talk about opinions. Now, full disclosure, I was watching Seren. Uh, she has the YouTube handle Sensei Ithiamaizu. I don't know how to say that goddamn word. I don't know why she chose such a long, hard name to say, but she makes amazing content, and in the course of the video, she said something along the lines of, you know, opinions can be wrong. Opinions can be wrong. And it reminded me of a video that I wanted to make, and I think that I covered it in another video, and I felt like I had made this video, but I will make a video all its own, you know, just to lay the groundwork, to do the alley oop so that, whenever she gets around to it, she can come and slam dunk and do what she does, like the genius that she is. But, you know, I hear a phrase said a lot, or very many variations of the phrase, and I think I'm gonna title the video "Everybody Has a Right to Their Opinion," or people will always say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and they all stink. Or it's just something along the lines of all opinions are equally valid or equally stupid. And every opinion, is just something removed from the truth. It's not, it's just like some weird sensation that a human has, and it shouldn't be given too much credibility. Like, an opinion shouldn't be given weight or credibility at all. And I hate when people make overly simplistic statements. It really bothers me when people like to speak in bullshit, cliches, and metaphors. They speak fluent bullshit, cliche, and metaphors, but they can't speak straight. They don't have the patience or probably the intelligence to just explain things in a proper context. So they throw out cliches, they throw out old phrases, they throw out tired and worn out ideas, and they dance around as if they said something that was profound. I'm not the smartest. Well, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I would say that I'm possibly, maybe if I really tried, I'm of average intelligence. And, maybe if I really, really tried, I'm slightly above average intelligence. But, as far as opinions go, I don't think they can be broken down into very narrow context. I don't think they can be broken. I think that the word opinion or opinionism or perspective, that can be simplified. But from what I believe is, there are two main types of opinion, and they don't get discussed, or nobody mentions them when we're having the everybody has a right to their opinion. And I can't think of the exact phrase that I'm talking about, but if I can think about it, I may just go ahead and do an addition to the video if I can come across the phrase again. the exact phrase that really pisses me off. But there is such a thing as an informed and an uninformed opinion. You see, from what I know, and I'm not going by a dictionary definition, I'm not going by the dictionary. So, whatever the dictionary says, I may or may not be in line with it. But from what I understand and from what I know, an opinion is a theory or an interpretation of facts. So if I have an opinion, that means I looked at evidence, I considered evidence, and I came to a conclusion based on examining that evidence. That's how I arrived at an opinion. But you have another group of people. You have another group of people who claim to have an opinion, and will speak with authority and will speak with confidence and will use words as if they have an opinion, and they are not basing their opinions on anything factual. I think the best example of how far and how committed people are to bullshitting is whether staged or not staged. It is a very real representation of how people behave in real life. Is Jimmy Kimmel's Lie Witness News. If you haven't seen Jimmy Kimmel's Live Witness News, I will probably leave a link to one of his videos in the description. It is a beautiful example of how the average person walking down the street is, or the average person that you are having a conversation with, how they have a conversation. You will say something. You will say a phrase, or you will mention a story, or most people will just talk about a subject. The average person talks about a subject. They speak in subjects. But in terms of the bit, or in terms of the segment on Jimmy Kimmel gives them a phony news story. Like, I remember, like, they did one where Martin Luther King was given a speech that whenever they were recording the video, and people wanted to know about how they felt about the speech that Martin Luther King gave. And then they would just go into examples of what Martin Luther King said just yesterday in the speech that Martin Luther King gave. And they were like, yeah, I remember when he said that. And I felt some type of way. Just bullshitting their way through a conversation. Just based on feelings. Just based on, I don't want to say that I don't know. I don't want to say that I haven't done my homework. I don't want to say that I haven't done my research. So I'm just going to lie my way through the conversation, and I'm going to stand on this lie. If you call me on this lie, I'm going to stand my ground and die with my bullshit. And most things are not as simple as a made up story. Most people have opinions on politics, but they don't know how it works. They have opinions about, the legal system, but they don't know how it works. They have opinions on finances, money, something I'm very concerned about. They don't know how it works. They don't know how to make money. They don't know how to save money. They don't know how to spend money. They don't know how to. They don't know nothing about money, nothing about business, but will have and engage in 4 and 5 hour discourses about everything you should do, to make money. If you come to them looking for some advice or looking to figure it out, they've already got it figured out. Okay, of course they're dirt broke and they don't have a dollar to their name, but you should listen to them because they know what they're talking about. Bullshit. They full of shit. But people will make the opinion of the bum on the street who ain't got a dollar to his name equal to the man that built himself from the ground up, is a millionaire or a multimillionaire based on his wits, based on his discipline, his studying, based on him making very strategic business moves, not relying on being the best dancer or the best singer, but just manipulating, the economic system and climbing up. And when that person wants to speak, and when that person has something to say, and when that person has, some advice to give, you'll have hating ass motherfuckers sitting up there talking about what the fuck he know. I know how to make money, but why don't you have it? If you're so smart, why don't you have what you know how to get? Either you're a fool or you lazy as fuck. It's like, shut up. I wouldn't tell nobody I knew how to get rich and I'm broke. It doesn't make sense. I look like an idiot doing that. I look like a goddamn fool. You bullshitting. Say you don't know. Say that you don't know. What is wrong with saying you don't know? And that's where the all opinions are valid, statement comes from. That's the spirit that it comes out of. It's like, I'm not going to humble myself and say that I need to learn more. I need to study more. Young fella, I don't have the answers. We can think about it. We can have a discussion. We can go back and forth. We can try to figure out something that makes sense. We can do some research. We can get some facts. We can try to figure this thing out. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, why isn't that said? It's like if somebody came to me and said, Mass Man, how do I make it on YouTube? How do I become successful on YouTube? You know what I'm gonna tell them? I don't know. It's like, you got a YouTube channel, you got like 10 subscribers, you got 30 subscribers, you're doing real well. It's like, oh, so what do you consider success? Do you consider success being able to live, to make a living off of YouTube, to be able to not have to work a job, but you can just do YouTube full time? Yeah, that's what I mean. Just enough money where I can pay my bills, pay a car note, have a place to stay. I'm not looking to have $20 million like a PewDiePie. I just want to do, well as if I had, a full-time decent paying job. Tell me how to be successful, Mass Man. I don't know. I'm not successful. I'm trying to figure it out. We can talk about it. I can tell you, what I think. I can tell you what I feel. I can tell you how I feel. But I don't know because I'm not successful. I haven't been there. I don't have the experience. I don't have the factual data of knowing what works. I don't know what works. I can look out into the landscape, but I can't tell you how to be successful because my opinion of how to be successful hasn't benefited me yet. So what would my opinion be based on? Where would my opinion be coming from? Where's my perspective? Where it, like, in what universe does it exist? So I even got enough respect, for people that I'm talking to. It's like I'm ignorant of a lot of things. I'm ignorant of a lot of things, and I don't know a lot of things. And I have, sometimes I just have a feeling. I just have an instinct. I just have an emotion just about a little detail that sticks out in my mind, and I want to talk about it. But I don't have a well-formed, well-crafted opinion, because an opinion means that a real opinion, and I'm gonna close out this video, but a real opinion and a valid opinion means that you considered all or most of the relevant evidence, and you've weighed competing sides. You've studied the source. You've weighed all of the relevant evidence, and you've heard competing opinions on the subject, if they exist, if they have been created yet. Maybe you're doing something that's fear, or you've considered differences of opinions yourself. You considered how your interpretation would be untrue. What would make my theory untrue? I looked at everything that I felt, or most of what I felt was relevant to this subject, and I've arrived at a theory or an opinion. Now let me try to knock my opinion down, and whatever's left would be a valid opinion. That is the only opinion that's valid. That's the only opinion that's legitimate, because that means that you did some kind of intellectual work. You worked to arrive at an opinion. You don't have an opinion out of thin air. You don't have an opinion out of thin air. You know what my opinion of nuclear fission is? I don't fucking have one, because I don't know anything about it. I know the word. I've heard the word. I don't have an opinion on nuclear fission. I don't know anything about nuclear fission. So I don't have an opinion, because I haven't done the work. You don't get to say that you have an opinion. You don't get to say that you have a point of view. You don't get to say that you have a perspective if you haven't done the work. The work is fundamental to your opinion, to having an opinion. And we gotta slap niggas in the mouth for having the audacity and the gall to walk around saying they have an opinion, and they haven't done any research or put forth any thinking at all. So that's what I have to say. That's my opinion about opinions. That's my feeling, I should say, I guess, about opinions. Let me know what you think about it. You can leave it in the comments. Seren, if you ever check out this video, or you ever check out my channel again, you can tell me what you think about my interpretation of the situation, my interpretation of opinions. I'm quite sure you can do a better job of articulating yourself and defining how you feel about the issue, but you threw it out there, so I don't really have a life. so I can just make videos about any subject, real goddamn fast. So I don't want to steal your thunder. If anybody's checking out this video and they see this video and they like what I had to say, I guarantee you if she does a video on this subject, you're going to like what she has to say more. So check out her channel. Check her out. She's a brilliant thinker. And I appreciate her for throwing that in the spear and making me remember that I wanted to talk about it, because that's something that really irks me, that people walk around talking about having an opinion and they don't have one. Like the video, dislike the video, subscribe to my channel. You can send me an email, anything you want me to talk about, anything at all. You can email me at themrmaskman@gmail.com. No relationship questions, please. You can send them if you want to. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm not saying that I'm going to block you. I'm not saying that I'm going to penalize you. Nothing is going to happen to you if you want to send me a relationship question. I'm just telling you I'm not qualified to answer it. I'm the worst person in this world that you can ask that sort of question. So if you want some good advice, you'd be better off sending Steve Harvey a strawberry letter than you would be talking to me about a goddamn relationship question. But, you send it, I'll probably talk about it. You can find my video. You can follow me on Twitter at The Mr. Masked Man and Facebook at The Mr. Masked Man. And you can find some of my videos at Daily Motion at The Mr. Masked Man. I appreciate your attention. I value your time. That is all I have to say about this subject. And I will see you in the next video.